spawning down in the bottom right hand position as the blue Terran player representing my insanity, none other than Jjakji. And his opponent up in the top position as the red Zerg representing Team Liquid, it's Snute. The game and series currently tied up 1-1. Whoever wins this will advance forward to face off against Hope in the semi-finals. Very excited to see what's going to be going on there. Polar Knights, short rush distance. Lots of aggression can be coming down. Big wide open areas here. Very close, natural to where you're trying to defend. That can be fairly interesting. But for the moment, Jjakji seems to be opening the same way. Putting that supply depot down and pulling the SCV back. So actually, no, putting it back there, so we'll be going for the barracks. Not going to be getting the CC first, though I believe he thought about it for a moment. Meanwhile, his opponent, Snute, is going to go for a 15 hatch into a 16 pull. Because, yeah, that's what Zerg players do. It's good. Anyway, as we've got here at the moment, gas and, of course, the barracks. That likely indicates a Reaper opening coming down from the My Insanity player. On Polar Knights, that's pretty good. There's a good amount of cliff area that you can utilize. You can actually, no, there's none. No, wait, am I going crazy? No cliff. Yes, cliff area. Yes, for some reason I thought that was a double cliff. My brain is just going crazy. It's basically, I'm gonna have a bit of a first world caster problem here right now. My brain is melting slightly due to the fact that I cast 8 hours of StarCraft on Saturday, 7 hours of StarCraft on Sunday, and I've been up today already for about 14 hours, and yeah, more StarCraft. Brain dies after that. But anyway, it's easy to get it back working, especially when these two players are just so good. Game number 2 was spectacular. Absolutely amazing. Anyone watching live on stream, you didn't unfortunately see game number 1, but those watching from the VODs on my YouTube channel, well, you're going to be able to see game number 1 and will have seen it because I have cast it from replay after this event is finished. Wow, that's confusing thinking about what I'm going to do in the future while speaking to someone when it would have been in the past. Crazy. Anyway, Jjakji busy getting down that command center. His Reaper jetpacking his way across the map. Of course, jetpacks probably are the greatest form of transport imaginable, although very impractical at the moment just due to their fuel source. Anyway, Jjakji 2 lings out. He's going to lose. Jjakji going to be able to kill some lings off rather for Snute, who's got them out. But yeah, it's no drones going down. While they're on creep, they can get away. Currently, this Reaper hasn't got a kill. Also getting very low, 5 HP. Bit too dangerous there, Jjakji, as he pulls back. Wants to make sure that that stays alive. Meanwhile, over on the side of the map of the beautiful Jjakji, we do just see that double refineries coming down, factory coming down, and the reactor. So he's probably going to be following up this Reaper pressure. Note there's 2 Reapers with 4 Hellions. 4 Hellions, 2 Reapers. Annoying against Zerg, can take out Queens, and just generally need a solid defense against them. Meanwhile, looking up here, we've got obviously speed coming down for Snute. He's pulled drones out of gas and is playing a very standard game himself. Speedlings are able to defend against this push. You just need quite a few of them and to get a solid surround. So, Jjakji also adding in now the Starport. This is a different build entirely to what we saw him do before. No early 3rd CC. Instead, going to be following up with Banshee, so in a harassment heavy opening. Of course, 2 Reapers and 4 Hellions. If they manage to kill a Queen or 2, that means the Banshee's going to have a much more exciting time over at Snute's side of the map. But Snute's also got Overlords pretty much everywhere. He may try and sacrifice it in. If he does it around the 6:37 minute mark, he'll be able to see that Banshee are coming down. And when you get that scout, instantly Spore Coolers will get started, so they're finished by the time the Banshees are over there. Snute adding in handful more lings, preempting the push of the Hellions and the Reapers, but that's to be expected. So Snute really on top of things at the moment, and yeah, everything pretty solid. 3rd base, gonna get scouted by these Hellions, gonna get chipped away at. Snute sacrificing his Overlord in, until he stopped it, was sacrificing his Overlord in, deciding not to now as his attention has been drawn to the fact that they're trying to burn down that hatchery. I don't know how you would, because I don't know about you, but this constructing a hatchery looks to have a lot of liquid in it. Last time I checked, setting fire to liquid is difficult. Any smart people in there who go, well, what about petrol? That's the fumes that ignite, not the liquid itself. But these things are actually doing a good bit of damage, and I was just kind of ignoring them, thinking the Hellions would clean them up pretty quickly. Managed to kill 3 workers, pull back this entire push. We've also got a handful of Lings up here, which managed to scout out the fact that a Banshee is on its way and Cloak is researching. Big scouts there coming down from the Team Liquid player, allowing him to start up those spores. Third base needs a spore crawler. Like, pretty hardcore style. When we see it going down there, boom. Straight away, we've got the spore crawler there. Hellions pushing in. Banshee starting to chip away at this Queen. If Queens go down, that's when it starts to get a little bit more dicey for Snute. Banshee takes a bit more damage. The Queens now pretty much all dead. The spore crawler, though, going to be concerning. Banshee pulls back in towards some Queens, but with Cloak now active, the spore crawler dies. The Queens getting chipped away at. They are off creep, and bang. Bad times. Because, of course, once that spore crawler is gone, the Banshee can just chip away at this hatchery for a long, long time. If the third goes down in this position, it's very frustrating. Lovely positioning on those Hellions in between the mineral patches, preventing the Zergons from getting us around there. Of course, the Banshee's still busy chipping away. That cloak will last for a long time. Transfuses, though, from the Queens. It's a nice way to try and keep them up. The Jjakji able to focus down the high energy Queens first, forcing a transfuse a tad early. And while, of course, these Hellions are getting cleaned up, so many Queens have gone down here. Jjakji shouldn't allow that Queen to survive. There we go. It will now die. Only 1 Queen on the map. It's up in the main, and that means this third base is quite likely to die here, especially with the second Banshee coming over. I don't think the Spore that is desperately trying to crawl its way over there will actually manage to burrow in time. He realizes it, pulls back. Snute loses his third, goes for a bit of a counterattack, but Warlock is down for Jjakji. He's got the bunker on its way through, and without Baneling, Snute can't punch through that. Things looking good for Jjakji at the moment, but Snute, with the lair, with the Baneling nest coming through, may turn things around. His drone count is still solid. Jjakji's invested a lot in so much harassment, and, well, Command Center, number 3 on its way down for Jjakji. It's all looking good for him. Yeah, Snute, he's got to retake his third, but now he's going to be on equal bases with Jjakji. He should come and take that base once he feels safe. It may not be for a while, because Jjakji doesn't actually have too much. Only 6 Marines and 3 Banelings there. And, well, in now comes the Banshee coming up in towards the main base. The lair is going to be running into a few problems. Lings, though, going to try for a counterattack, but Wolof is still up. We saw a lot of games in WCS yesterday where, unfortunately, Wolofs were down and cost someone their games. But anyway, Banshees, again, chipping away at Queens. They're close, but an Overseer granting vision. The Banshees retreating back, but again, another Queen kill. Very frustrating times for Snute, who is getting down his Spire. So once he gets Mutalisks out, he pretty much counters these Banshee as hard as they can be. And, well, it's now just up to Snute to bring this game back, if I'm honest. Jjakji has leveled out the work count. That Overlord got taken out, I believe, before too much was seen. The third base not back down yet. Drones getting mashed to pieces. And, well, Snute hasn't really seen the important things, which is the third CC, unfortunately for him. Now, Snute looking to try and counterattack, but can't really. He could have actually done a good amount of damage to that third if he knew it was there, but down goes the wall off. Luckily, a lot of Marines there as I panic for a very brief moment. And anyway, all looking pretty good for Jjakji. Things are looking positive for the Terran player. These Banshee, oh my goodness, 9 kills, 9 kills. Only 8 workers killed, but still, that's more than paid itself. Snute is in a serious amount of problems, unfortunately. He's got Mutalisk coming out now, though. That's going to help. Jjakji, though, with 1-1 upgrades, ties up those upgrades pretty equal. He's also got his armory ready to start 2-2, but his armory a bit late, so it's not as smooth as it could have been. Overseer comes across, will scout out the fact that the third is there. Unfortunately, a couple of Banelings morphing could pose problems to Jjakji since he's moving out across the map. Nice positioning of these Banelings. This is going to be a massive hit. The Banshee coming over. Is it going to see it in time back in the Banshee? Wait, what? Wait, Banelings! No! And they're already rolling. They're desperately trying to go through. SCV should get pulled, and everything should survive. But these are big shoulds, could, would, maybe. Okay, there we go. All good. Unfortunately, Jjakji pushing in again, and with so many Banelings more on the other side, this third hatchery will fall. Banelings trying to chase it down, but Snute now once again got only 2 hatcheries. With only 2 hatcheries there. He's in many problems. Realizes it. GG's out, and Jjakji will take the series 2-1.